This is an emergency alert via point of entry from the Department of Defense. At 11:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Taiwan Coastal Defense detected several Chinese Republic submarines in the Pescadores Channel, heading toward Beijing. Defense Secretary Ashland has dispatched the 7th and 9th Fleet, as well as fighter jets to the region. All American citizens are to prepare for a possible nuclear attack in retaliation. Be aware of fallout shelters in your area. Have enough non-perishable food and water to last for 14 days. Find the innermost space in your shelter. Seal off any vents or openings with plastic coverings and duct tape. Have with you a hand crank or battery-operated radio with extra batteries, and stay tuned to local news and updates. We stand with our Taiwanese ally.
An unusual atmospheric disturbance over the southern and Great Plains regions are causing widespread flooding and high wind gusts, some in excess of over 75 miles per hour. Tulsa, Abilene and New Orleans are reporting strange vortexes in the sky that has grounded many flights leaving the area, as well as widespread flooding to the urban and outlying areas. We are currently tracking these bizarre weather patterns and will bring you updated information as it becomes available. The Galveston, Corpus Christi, and North Padre Island area beaches in Texas are closed, as well as Rockport, Port Aransas, and Mustang Island, as high water drifts are currently overtaking the passable roads.
Breaking news just now for our Fox News alert. A massive 9.2 earthquake on the New Madrid fault line, and an 8.3 earthquake on the San Andreas fault line has just happened. We are getting this just now off of our news feeds and reporters at our affiliates, KTTV Fox 11 in Los Angeles, and KBSI Fox 23 in Cape Girardeau. The U.S. Geological Team has stated that these
This is an emergency alert via point of entry from the United States Geological Survey Agency. At 12:38 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, two earthquakes, one along the New Madrid fault line, that measured 9.3 on the Richter scale, and one along the San Andreas fault line that measured 8.6 on the Richter scale, have occurred. Residents have been advised to evacuate immediately. Citizens outside the affected areas within 30 miles of the fault lines are advised to avoid those areas affected. Those within San Bernardino, Palmdale, Daly City and others along the fault lines should prepare for extreme aftershocks. These could range from, but are not limited to, 4.7 to 8.0 on the Richter scale. The New Madrid cities that have been affected, such as Jefferson City, Cape Girardeau, and St. Louis, should also prepare for extreme aftershocks, ranging from 5.2 to 8.7 on the Richter scale. Survivors should seek safe shelter, such as innermost corners in a room, underneath structurally secure buildings. FEMA, the Army National Guard of the states affected, and the American Red Cross have been deployed to those areas. Please stay calm.
And more tragedy strikes, as it was reported about 25 minutes ago. Our affiliate station, KBSI Fox 23 in Cape Girardeau, is reporting that aftershocks toppled FEMA buses from Fort Leonard Wood, killing 32 workers, en route to the devastated area. Experts are now estimating that 17,000 people in those areas are likely dead from these catastrophic tragedies, which now includes those deceased. FEMA employees, our hearts go out to all those who've lost their lives during this crisis. In California, the earthquakes are just as destructive, with massive damage to homes and businesses alike that could be in the trillions of dollars. Meanwhile, the crisis in Taiwan has reached a critical phase, with the Chinese fleet, along with the blockade of underwater submarines, is poised at any moment to attack the Taiwanese coastline.
This is a tornado alert via point of entry of the U.S. National Weather Service. At 1:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a tornado touched down a half-mile south of Tulsa, Oklahoma, at unprecedented speeds of 189 miles per hour, and is heading towards downtown Tulsa. Residents of Turley, Catoosa, Fair Oaks, Jenks, Broken Arrow, Berry Hill, as well as other outlying areas, are also affected. Of the U.S. National Weather Service. At 1:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a tornado has touched down in Medina, Louisiana, near Interstate 10 and North Causeway Boulevard. Wind speeds have been measured at 136 miles per hour, heading west towards Elmwood at 2 miles per hour. Residents are to seek shelter immediately, in the innermost part of a secure building. Of entry of the U.S. National Weather Service. At 1:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, a tornado was spotted in Robstown, Texas, near South 3rd Avenue and East Avenue A. Winds have been measured at 170 miles per hour and is heading northwest, towards North San Pedro, at 8 miles per hour. Residents of Robstown and the surrounding areas are to seek shelter immediately. If you do not seek shelter, high winds and debris could place you in a dire situation or death. All residents are to shelter until the all-clear signal is given.
This just in, Taiwan coastal forces have just attacked a blockade submarine off the Pescadores Channel, near Tainan City, using catapulted depth charges. No further information is known on the damage to the sub. However, in a prepared statement, President Makhnikov has called for military action against the United States for the encouragement of hostilities. Experts now believe that Russia is currently in a de facto state of war with the United States. The U.S. president has not yet responded to the statement. However, U.S. Defense Undersecretary Briggs commented that the White House administration holds firm its commitment to its Pacific allies and will not be intimidated by its enemies, even though the U.S. is attempting to manage multiple natural disasters within its own borders. Meanwhile, Russian forces in the Ukraine have doubled down on their attacks, with a series of multiple rocket and artillery attacks, apparently in response to the Kremlin's declaration of the Taiwanese situation.
We've just confirmed from the U.S. Border Patrol that the Gulf Cartel has crossed the border into Brownsville, Texas. Members of the Texas National Guard, U.S. border agents, and other law enforcement agencies are trying to suppress the incursion during the tornadoes devastating the town of Robstown. We are told that small skirmishes have occurred, but nothing like this large-scale attack. Agents have been spread thin because of the disasters, and Texas Governor Henley is attempting to allocate more manpower to suppress the situation. Eyewitnesses say constant machine gun fire, grenade explosions, and even Law's rocket launchers could be heard over the emergency sirens. We will bring you more as the situation develops. These are scenes taken moments ago, as Pittsburgh citizens take to the streets in front of a Russian satellite embassy. Pittsburgh police state that the crowds were almost unmanageable due to lack of human resources dealing with the other ongoing disasters. The mayor was unavailable for comment, as many were seen looting, setting fires in front of the embassy doors, as well as the destruction of several police vehicles. The Pennsylvania State Police were en route to the scene, as dozens of protesters were detained, until the mob became unruly, shouting, "F Russia." A dangerous offshoot from earthquakes, wildfires spreading out of control in California. Look at that. These fires are not contained at all, and it's not just the lack of firefighters. There is a major shortage of water and the logistics to get the water past the earthquake-devastated area to the fires. Fire Battalion Chief Wasteman says the fires will spread more rapidly as the Santa Ana winds fan the flames, making fighting these fires next to impossible to douse. Firefighting airplanes have already been committed to other areas of the country. Californians are doing all they can to minimize its effect on their homes and property, and the damage estimates could reach into the billions of dollars, not to mention the welfare of the wildlife being affected there.
This is an emergency alert via point of entry from the U.S. government. At 12:07 a.m., the president summoned the entire administrative cabinet to the White House, locked the doors, produced an automatic weapon, and killed all members of his staff. When the Secret Service and Marine Guards arrived, he was found dead, due to a self-inflicted gunshot to the head. A suicide note he had written declared he had sent paid mercenaries to dispatch the vice president, the Speaker of the House, and any subsequent leaders who would assume the presidency afterwards. He admitted being a traitor to this nation, and thought he would see America destroyed. Through coded messages, he has sent sensitive top-secret plans, documents and other vital information to the Kremlin and the Chinese president. He indicated that he posthumously pardoned himself and ordered all U.S. military forces to swear allegiance to our enemies. All Americans must stand united against this traitorous madman's deceptions and battle not only our enemies, but the raging forces of nature that seem poised to destroy us. White House chaplain David Meyer is now the acting president of the United States. Enemy jets and missiles will be impacting the continental states in 5 minutes. We wish you the best. Please remember, and God bless the United States of America.